Good morning, good morning, good morning. You are now tuned into another episode of It's Too Early for All That. I'm your humble host, Jordan Baylor, filmmaker, animator, and your guide to everything under the sun. I've got coffee in hand, excitement in my heart, and I'm ready to kick off the day with some fresh hot takes with my partner in crime. How are you doing today, my man, Fulton?
My angle feels fucked up. I don't know if I need to zoom more or what, but we'll figure it out.
I'm going to try that again. How are you doing today, Fulton?
I'm great. How are you, buddy?
All right, that's what I like to hear. All right, so I was getting ready to get into it. I don't know if you've seen it. It's a viral clip of Lil Yachty, and he's on his podcast. So this is a podcast talking about another podcast. But on his podcast, he has the guest Key Glock, Memphis rapper. But the clip that's going viral, he's basically schooling his friend and telling his friend that basically your life would not exist had you not known me. Like, I kind of put you on, and the opportunities, you got opportunities from being my best friend since we were kids. I know you haven't seen the clip.
Is it old?
It's brand new. But people are saying that it's very like, he picked the wrong avenue to say all this to him because he's basically like sunning him.
Yeah.
In the, and he's kind of holding it over his head that he's the successful one in the friendship. What are your thoughts on that? Do you what's your take on do you think that's the right time and place? I mean, what are your thoughts?
Nah, because it's like embarrassing the homie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if it's true, like you said, time and place. So I mean, and then I'll make the dude feel a type of way, and then and he's still with you. That's just gonna be fucking weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree, but in the same token, you kind of got to check your ego because he is a co-host on the Lil Yachty podcast, and the only reason we know you exist is because you're a co-host on Lil Yachty's podcast.
Yeah.
So I feel like sometimes a guy has to throw his weight around to kind of say, like, let you know he's the king. I don't know. I saw, okay, not to take up for him, but I saw something very similar happen on the Kevin Hart show. Let's Not Fuck This Up. That's the name of it. It's on Netflix. It's a really like 5 or 6 episode.
What are you talking to his friend that's in his entourage?
Yes, he's talking to his trainer. He's talking to his trainer. So on the show, he gets drunk and he gets in an argument with the trainer. And if you watch the show, the trainer calls him bitch like a lot. And he calls the guy bitch a lot, right? Kind of to the point where I was like, there's a little like twang on that bitch. Like, it's not like, hey bitch, like lift that faster. It was more like, hey bitch, like a little jealousy underneath. That's how I felt when I heard it. And then I kind of feel like Kevin Hart felt the same way. And when he got drunk, sober mind, I mean drunk thoughts, but a sober mind, he kind of like unleashed on the guy and basically told him, like, you got your whole life because I'm Kevin Hart, you're training Kevin Hart. And I think maybe that's kind of what's happening with the Lil Yachty thing. That's why he chose that venue to kind of check his friend, to remind him that you're here because of me. I'm the talented golden goose, And it could be an ego thing. I don't know.
That's definitely what it is.
Yeah, it's 100% an ego thing.
No, but I mean, it's an ego thing. Because that's some weird dude shit. Like, you'll really get that with, like, especially when one of your friends is, like, getting on and, like, moving up. Maybe they got, like, a new job. They start making more and shit like that. After a few months, they'll start saying weird shit, start doing weird shit. And then you'll start looking at them. It's that some always, not always, not with everybody, but there are dudes like that where they'll get on and then they'll make their other friends feel a type of way. Like, they won't feel that they won't really feel successful until they feel like they can shit on somebody.
Yeah, kind of like, yeah. I think like a really good example, it's a very small film, but if you've seen it, Carlito's Way, and it's like Benny Blanco from the Bronx, and he's trying to impress like Al Pacino's character, and he keeps like beating up his right-hand man, and keeps saying, get that for him, bitch, and like keeps kicking him in the ass, like in front of, Al Pacino's character in his show. He keeps doing it to show dominance. So I don't know. Maybe that was Yachty's Benny Blanco from the Bronx moment where he's kicking, his right hand man in the ass to show he's really him. I don't know. It was weird though. It was weird. Speaking of weird, I got something weirder. Chick-fil-A is moving into entertainment spaces, and they have plans of launching TV shows for their own streaming service. I already canceled my Disney Plus. I already canceled my Hulu. I already canceled my Max. I am waiting with Chick-fil-A lemonade in hand. I'm going to sign up for every fucking show that they got. I'm watching it.
What makes you think it's not just going to be a bunch of weird-ass Christian programming? Like those
Jesus
cartoons.
crucified.
Yeah. Like, you remember those weird Christian cartoons that would come on when you didn't have cable? Just be on that one channel? Just Bible stories?
Can't relate. I've always had cable. I'm not poor.
Okay. See, like that. So what we were talking about before, just like that. That's what motherfuckers do.
Yeah. That was my Lil Yachty.
That was it.
But no, I mean, what do you think the type of content is going to be? Like, all jokes aside, like, what do you think they're going to be producing? Propaganda?
I honestly feel like it could be anything, given the amount of money that they probably have to produce shit. Because I doubt that it'll be outwardly Christian messaging. Because you can't make money with that.
I mean, you very much can, but
no, I mean, like, but this is a business. Like, I feel like this is gonna be a business. Like, they're not.
Oh, corporation business.
Yeah, like,
but like one of the top shows on is that show, The Chosen. That's like one of the top shows. It's literally just a show retelling the story.
Never heard of it. What is that?
Just because you never heard of it doesn't mean it's not a hit. Like,
never heard of it.
Grey's Anatomy.
I don't. You're right. You made a good point
it's
there.
It's entering its 20th season, so no one's like, okay. Fulton didn't watch it? Canceled. Like, come on, bro. Like,
no, true. I never watched Yellowstone. I never even knew about it until SNL made that skit about it, about black people not knowing about it, and then I just went, "What? What? That's a thing?"
People love Yellowstone, dog. Like, that's crazy.
Not this one.
Yeah,
not the most important one.
Not the chosen one. God's favorite. But that's a really good point though, because it is a corporation. So like, they must need some money to burn. To you know what I mean? Like they must have to show loss on paper, because like this is weird. I don't see how this could be profitable. Like I just don't.
I wonder what it's going to be called. Like what Disney did with Miramax. Is it just going to be some side off thing that's just going to have a different name, its own branding and stuff like that, so it can stand on its own? So that if you didn't already know.
But if you think about it though, they do produce a lot of content. I don't know if you go to the app, but they're always like producing like short films or like animation or games and things like that. So I guess maybe they're just leaning more into the productions. Maybe those are just like test runs.
But the games on the Chick-fil-A app?
On the Chick-fil-A app, yeah, they do like all sorts of games and short films and stuff. And they're always like really good, bro. Like
what are
Pixar
they?
level.
Like what are the short films?
I mean, they did one for Christmas. It was about it was more like a children's story, and it was animated. The animation style was really good. Kind of remind you of like a Christmas story kind of animation.
Okay.
I think now there's a game in there. It's about a cow. It's called Moo or something. I mean, I'm not gonna play it. I'm not a kid, but you know, I see it when I open up the app. I was like, oh, it's pretty cool. But that could be these could be like little test runs to see the interaction from their current viewership, the current users.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I see them playing the long game.
See, I didn't know that. They might just be trying to make more out of their production company. I was like, we produce these films already. Why don't we just go all in with it?
You got any topics?
People saying that Entourage isn't a good rewatch are stupid as fuck. That's all I wrote down.
Okay.
What do you think about
people. Okay, all right. My thoughts on that. That's a really good topic. I like that topic a lot. I think that the society that we are in does not deserve Vinny Chase, does not deserve Ari Gold,
Johnny Drama.
I feel like this society does not deserve an Lloyd is too good. Lloyd was too good for the boys on the show, but Lloyd is too good for this society. And the show just basically told you that no one is gonna look out for you. No one is gonna have your back but your boys. That's all the show was saying. And it was just showing you how cutthroat these people are, how shitty these people are in LA. and people are trying to like view it through today's lens. Oh my god, I can't believe he talks to Lloyd like that. Yes, he's trying to harden Lloyd. He's trying to make Lloyd a fucking shark, and by the end, Lloyd goes on and takes over whatchamacallit,
Drama's
a
career.
agent company, a firm company, right?
No,
he's ready.
He still works with Ari. There's a point where he leaves for a little bit just because he gets into it with Ari and he wants to prove that he's his own man. Like they have a falling out.
Yes.
Which is what you have to have in a show. But afterwards, he comes back and Ari respects him more. But my whole point would just be like I've rewatched it over the years. I was rewatching it months ago. It was still fine to me because they even like, of course, like some of the language and some of the shit that they say to each other or about women or other people and shit like that would be, I don't want to say cancel.
It's realistic, man.
Yeah, it's real. Like that's how those motherfuckers talk. But it's still, I feel like it's still fine today because even then I'm trying to find my words here because even now, I feel like it would still work because I feel like people still talk like that today.
Yeah, I mean the closest thing I've seen to a show similar to Entourage.
Oh, except for that F word. That's the only thing where it'd be like but people still say that in private.
Yeah, in private.
The slur
would be the show Ballers, which was followed professional football players.
Yeah. I never finished
with The Rock. Yeah, it's a solid show. But I mean, all those worlds that are mostly male dominated with really, really rich people, they're gonna be filled with shitty people because no one is checking them. So I don't know why people think that like they're gonna be. I don't know, man. I don't know what people expect, bro. So, but are people offended about the new generation that's encountering Entourage? Are they offended by it?
It looked like it was people that were our age because they were all talking about. Say again?
They probably didn't have HBO growing up.
Probably. Well, I mean, they watched it. From the comments I saw, they watched it. They were just like, it wouldn't be. They were just saying it wouldn't be a good rewatch. And then I was looking at those comments, going, "What the fuck are they talking about?" I was rewatching it 2 months ago. It was fun. It was still funny to me. It's funny as fuck.
It's a great series. It's still funny, man.
Yeah,
it's still funny. I still remember the joke. I think it's probably one of my favorite jokes from the show. Maybe one of my favorite jokes ever is when the episode when Ari loses the M. Night Shyamalan script, and then his wife goes,
watermarked all over.
Yeah, he said. Well, she says, "Well, just say that someone stole it." And he said, "I can't just say someone stole it because he printed my name on every fucking page." And he like slammed his head. Yeah, and then like M. Night Shyamalan like showed up and like it was just funny because M. Night Shyamalan was like making fun of who you think he is.
Yeah,
like a creepy guy that just walks around with his script in hand and it's like, read it. I'm gonna watch you read it. You know, I want to see if you got the twist. And like that was like one of the lines. I want to see if you got the twist. So I mean, I think this show is good for a second viewing, third viewing, whatever. Maybe the Entourage movie though, I didn't enjoy that the first viewing. So no, that's a hard pass on that one.
That's fair. That movie was just a victory lap.
That movie was that was a weird movie, bro.
No, it was just to like give you like the small victories for everybody and shit like that. That's all it was.
Okay. Speaking of victories, Destin Daniel Cretton's live action Naruto will capture nuance and special Naruto is without getting distracted by how big the world is.
Are you speaking Spanish? What the fuck did you just say? You just said a bunch of nouns. What the fuck was that?
I know, right? I know. I'm sorry. Okay, so the director, Destin Daniel Cretton, the guy who did Shang-Chi and a few other films, I went to, this is a side story, I went to a premiere of one of his movies called I Am Not a Hipster, and my older brother was kicked out for talking shit during the screening.
Is that the whole title?
The movie's called I Am Not a Hipster. It's an indie flick. We were in San Diego.
Oh, it's just I'm Not a Hipster. The way your cadence,
I thought I'm Not a Hipster. And of course, the movie is about a hipster San Diego.
I thought you were saying the movie title was I Am Not a Hipster, and my brother got kicked out of the movie theater for talking.
No, okay, I'm just telling you a side story. Yeah. My brother and I went to the premiere of Destin Cretton's film, I Am Not a Hipster. I probably should have gone by myself. I got 2 tickets. I knew what I was going into, but he didn't. And like as more hipster stuff kept happening, he kept going, like visibly, like audibly, bro. And mind you, like we're in the room with like the actors, the writers, like the directors, the sound people. Like it's the premiere of the movie, and then like literally, he just something happens on screen and goes, man. And my brother like literally leans back. He goes, "This movie's fucking boring." And I go, "All right, man, you gotta go, bro." And I like throw him out. Calls my mom in the waiting room, and he's like, "Man, I can't believe Jay brought me this old boring ass film." And you can hear him in the theater, bro. You can hear him. He's venting to mom in the.
You're talking about Tim, right?
Outside, huh?
You're talking about Tim, right?
I'm talking about Brandon, bro. Who else would do that? That's Brandon, bro. Come on now. That's Brandon all day. That's Brandon all day, man.
Oh my god, that's even funny.
Yeah,
Sorry, my bad. Go ahead. No, because I can picture it because he has a booming ass voice.
He has a booming ass voice. Man, Jay brought me this old boring ass movie. This old sorry, ugly ass white boy, dirty than a motherfucker. Like he's like going off the phone, and you can hear it while the movie plays. This movie boring as shit, man. This white boy don't even got a fucking job, man. What the fuck is this movie about? It's just shit happening. Talking about I'm not a hipster. Man, this is the most hipster shit I ever seen. Because you know him, he was like into like MMA, so he didn't think like a hipster was. He didn't respect like hipsters. He thought
like, what would you expect it to be if it with that title? That's that sounds like the most hipster shit that you could title a movie.
Bro, like before the movie, like I really did bring him the wrong person there because like before the movie started, there was like a little performance in the because it was at an art museum. Because the movie's called I'm Not a Hipster. Of course they're gonna have a premiere at a art museum.
Yeah.
And in the art museum, they have like a drum performance, and then like some white woman is doing like some like weird like performance dance,
interpretive dance.
It's just bullshit, bro. Like, and then my brother he just looks at me. He just stares at me like, and I walk away, bro. I walk away. He's just like staring at me like, for real, you brought me here? And yeah, it did not. But anyways, he's gone on to bigger and better things. He's directed some really solid films, and he's doing a new Naruto film. And he's saying that he's basically he's going to capture how nuanced and special Naruto is without getting distracted by how big the world is. So that's
okay.
That's his idea for the new one. So what are your thoughts on that? Are you excited for the new Naruto film, or you know?
No, and I'm a Naruto fan, but I mean, it remains to be seen. I would have to see the trailer first. Because every anime live action adaptation it's not really hit or miss. It's usually just miss with the occasional hit.
What is an occasional hit? Because I have yet to hear anybody say a live action did it for them.
The most recent one is One Piece.
Is it that good?
That's all right. It's not bad.
Does it do it for you? Pause.
Yeah. It does what it's supposed to do. You know what I mean?
Okay, well then that's good. Yeah, that's good. Okay,
you can
finally make these people happy. That's all I'm asking. Can the people be happy? That's what I want to know.
Right now they are.
Yeah, because I've seen Death Note and there was some. The movie was bad. I'm not gonna lie, the movie was bad.
Yeah,
but there was some interesting ideas in it. I will say that. And you cannot
if they were to do that. They should have done what. They should have done what they did with the one shot that came out, the one shot manga thing that came out a couple of years ago. Just if it's gonna be set in America, just have it be set in America. Don't try to make it an adaptation of the anime or anything like that. Just have original characters. Like Death Note, like the Death Note itself is inherently compelling. You can immediately make a story out of that with anybody. It doesn't have to be the same story. You can just write your own original script with someone who found a notebook that does that.
But then all people would have said is, why did they just follow the anime? The story was right there. Why make a new one?
To that I would have said, watch the fucking anime.
You can't win, bro. You can't.
No, facts. No, but I mean,
the bar is already like too high. Yeah. And that leads me to my next point. Okay, so they're talking about the next Batman 2 that the bar is so high, but they're saying that like somebody's working on the set is saying that Matt Reeves is definitely pushing everybody to be like the absolute best. The quote is, "The bar just couldn't be any higher. Matt Reeves is a true artist who is operating in a world where sometimes art doesn't get to flourish," which he's referring to the film industry. Are you excited for the upcoming Batman?
Yeah, I like the first one. The first one I'll say it felt a little bit too long, but I don't think that was the movie's fault. Because I was trying to think about what I would even cut, and I couldn't think of anything. It just felt a little too long. But that would be my only complaint about the Batman. It was a good movie. I liked it. It was a great like year one Batman movie.
Yeah,
Even though technically it was in year two, but you know what I mean. Like an early
Batman. It was a great introduction. Great introduction.
Yeah, for a Batman that's early in his career.
Yeah. I like the Batman a lot. I know you drilled that down my throat. Pause.
Oh, with the Batman.
Batman. The Batman. Oh, anyways,
that's not what happened. I hate that you do that. You're doing it again.
You did that, bro. You did that. You were.
No, I explained why the was important.
It was just a big deal. It's the first time. I was like, okay. The first time. The first time. You don't understand. We're witnessing history. I was like, okay, bro, it's just a word, okay? So, anyways, after we got through that, it was a solid film. Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed it. I felt like, okay, so you felt like it was too long. And my point to that is, even though it was a great film, I felt like it would have been a great TV show if they had like just taken it, just made it about 6 hours. Like,
for sure,
that's a world that I wouldn't have mind living in. But I mean, I see why they're doing the Penguin show as well. I'm really excited for that one on Max. It's looking damn good. I have never been a Colin Farrell fan. No. But him as Penguin, he hit the nail on the head. That show looks great, bro.
It was crazy how unrecognizable he was when I first saw him. Because if you wouldn't have told me that was him, I would not have known.
Never would have guessed, bro. The funniest thing is there's people out there that look like him, like when he wears the makeup.
Yeah.
And they're like, I can't book a role, but he's a pretty boy that has to get ugly. I'm an ugly man, and I still can't work. Like, you know.
Can you act?
I don't. Probably.
No, but it's like, can you name draw people to fucking, not like, it's not like Colin Farrell's name would have.
Does your name ring like bells?
That shit. That was a story. You know what? That's what they do it for. They do it for the story, for the press. It's like, look at how unrecognizable Colin Farrell is in his fucking makeup. Right, 50
He's
fucking
so pretty, but look how ugly he looks. He's like a horse.
Yeah. Look at the sex symbol. He's an ugly motherfucker. We did it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Read about it.
Yeah. What is it, Kevin Bacon? Did you hear that story? Kevin Bacon, he wore makeup so that he said I was doing a movie and wasn't me. I was unrecognizable as Kevin Bacon. And he said I was living life as a normal person. And he goes, it fucking sucks. I was like, get this makeup off me. I want to go back to Kevin Bacon.
What movie?
I don't know, but he said, I want to go back to being normal, where I get to skip lines and people don't mind because they know me from that movie. And he was like, life is better. He's like, I've seen life at the bottom and I've seen life at the top, and I want to stay at the top. And I was like, thank God somebody said it.
Respect.
I respect it. Yeah. This man did.
I spent a week doing that normie shit. Fuck that.
Yeah. Shit. I don't see how y'all did it. If I was y'all, I'd kill myself.
Exactly.
Hey. He said, but hey, go off.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, not for me. But if you guys like it, I love it.
Hey, if you can handle it. He's like one of the motivational. I wanna live better than I wanna breathe. You know that ET line. When you want success better than you want to breathe, that's him talking. Hey, it couldn't be me though. That couldn't be me.
I was gonna say something about that Penguin show. It'd be cool if they did a Gotham PD show. I was thinking about that like the other week. If they got Robert Pattinson.
It's called Gotham.
Nah, that's what it was supposed to be.
What happened with that show? What happened, bro?
I only watched like a couple episodes, and then it's something about them CW like basic, like even if they're okay, there's something about them where I tap out because I'm like, it's too colorful, it looks too cheap. I ain't even when I was a kid, I didn't even like the Tim Burton Batmans and shit. Everyone holds those
Oh,
like.
you didn't like the Tim Burton Batmans?
Oh, you know what? No,
Have
no,
you
I'm thinking
seen
of that was fun. The Joel Schumacher type Batman movies and shit like that, where everything's just too colorful and it looks cheap,
I
and it's not
love
their
that
fault.
stuff, bro.
That's
I
the
love that.
budget. No, I know. I have like everyone I know loves it.
That's crazy.
They'll watch it. They're like, it's good. And I believe you.
I
But
watched it
I'm a
again. I
fickle
watched it
bitch.
again less than a month ago. I watched the Batman Forever, the one with the Kiss from a Rose song, the Val
Yeah.
Kilmer joint. Solid, bro.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey was solid. Jim Carrey was really solid, bro. And Val Kilmer was an amazing Bruce Wayne. He was an okay Batman, but he was an amazing Bruce Wayne, bro. And it's crazy how like you have to balance the performance. I feel like the new Batman, I feel like Robert Pattinson needs to work on his Bruce Wayne. His Bruce Wayne's too weird to be that rich. Or maybe so. You got Mark Zuckerberg. I don't know, but
No, it works
he's
for
too
what
weird.
that was. For what that was,
Yeah,
because
it
he's still
works.
early. He hasn't figured out the Bruce Wayne shit yet. He's in too deep with the whole Batman thing.
I'm not feeling the Bruce. I'm not feeling the Bruce at all, bro.
He's not either. That's the point of the movie. That's the point of his character.
I'm not feeling it.
He's not. That's why he's not doing it. Everyone was saying we haven't even during that funeral scene. They were saying we haven't seen you in forever. What have you been doing? Like all this other shit. And it's like I'm nothing. It's just like the motherfuckers going around at night.
I feel like it felt like a Better Help ad. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, that's what I think. That's what it was supposed to. That was a point.
It felt like a Better Help ad.
I feel like the next movie is going to be. I mean, even if they don't do this, it'll probably be fine. But it'll probably be like scenes showing him how to do the whole Bruce Wayne persona. Because there's a point in his career where he starts. He has to learn how to put that on. That's always a part of the Batman shit. Because he's not Bruce Wayne. So. That's why he makes the Bruce Wayne personality such a fucking douche. They did that in the Nolan films. They took that from the whole. Like that's usually an aspect of Batman. Because he acts like a rich. You know, he's a socialite. He plays the part.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, that Batman, that vigilante going around.
Yeah, my little brother still does that. You know, I'll buy the place. It's okay. I bought the building. You know, I can do that.
Type shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say the show. It'd be cool if they did, but in the Matt Reeves universe, like a Gotham PD, where they get Robert Pattinson to show up, but not have any scenes, just be in the background, just have a silhouette. They wouldn't even need him. Just have his whoever his stunt double is show up in the background every once in a while.
Why would they do that?
For just for scenes where whenever the police have it be a proper police procedural, but then when they show up to certain crime scenes, it's like, oh, that motherfucker was here, and then you look off and then you see him like jumping off of something or some shit.
I don't even think that's necessary, bro. It'd be funny if they just like tried to solve crime and just couldn't do it. They were just trash at it. It's like Law and Order except no like ending. Like
no, I feel that. That's what I'm saying. But like every once in a while, you just see him. That's why I'm saying like you wouldn't even really need him. You just see, just like, visages here and there, like silhouettes here and there.
You don't even need that, bro.
I mean, you're probably right. I mean, they wouldn't. It'd just be.
It's your take. It's your take.
No. I mean, like, I agree with you, but I just feel like for the audience, for the world, like they always need small shit like that for the world to feel more. It feel like I don't know, something about it would add more to the production because it'd feel like, oh, this is actually a part of the whole movie universe that I see. Instead of people watching it and thinking, oh, they couldn't even get Robert Pattinson, they couldn't even get the Batman, because I feel like that's gonna come up a little bit in the whole Penguin series, because there'll be times where shit's happening, and I feel like they're gonna be, whenever it comes out, there are gonna be moments where the audience is thinking, where's Batman? He doesn't need to be on screen, but like it feels sort of cheap that he's not around when all this crime's going on. But is it a prequel? No, it's a sequel, right?
No, it picks up the Penguin series picks up right after the film.
Yeah. But then again, at the end of the movie,
Batman is not going to be. Yeah. Batman.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Batman's not going to be. Yeah, no, I'm just saying, Batman's not going to be like in everyday, day to day problem. I mean, even Batman never did that though. He always let the mob get away with murder.
He wouldn't let
too
them.
busy chasing. Yeah, he let them. He let them get away with murder.
No, I don't think let them would be the go. Like if he knew shit was happening, he would go.
He
He
wouldn't
would
do
like
nothing.
he'd be trying to solve the case and shit.
He'd be like, "Let me put together evidence." I'm like, "Bro,
Yeah.
you going through life with? Why do you need evidence? Evidence. Use them. You are a vigilante, bro. You do not play by rules. That's why I don't like. That's why I'll be like Punisher.
But the evidence isn't
That's
for
my
him.
dog.
It's to give to the police department so they can put them away.
Oh, they ain't even gonna do it, bro. That's why. Like, think about it, bro. That's why my favorite villain is Two-Face.
I'm just explaining the whole character motivation. Like we know that can't happen because they need a fucking show. They need a story to keep going.
I just need a vigilante to just let that chopper sing. You feel me? Like
just read and watch The Punisher. That's what that's for. That's who they made that for.
For me, well, he had the right idea. I'm tired of talking. The days for talking is over. You keep letting these. The only villain that makes real sense, that makes true sense, is I always bring him up. It's the episode Lockup in the animated series. Remember? Did you ever see that episode?
The one with the warden, or like it's like a warden, right? Yeah,
yeah. The warden.
He starts fucking them up. He starts people in Arkham Asylum.
You know what sets off the trigger? You want to know what sets off the trigger? There's no escapes from Arkham Asylum, and Bruce Wayne shows up to find out what's happening.
Yeah.
And then he finds out that this guy, Lockup, the warden, is tough as nails, and he's torturing these people. He's torturing people that need to be tortured.
No, yeah, it's an episode about ethics and shit.
Yeah, and Harley Quinn and all this, that, and the third, and they fire him. You know what he says as he's walking out the door?
You like this shit. Didn't he like you?
He said, y'all like this. You people are perverted. Y'all like this. Y'all like that when this place was a revolving door and these killers were getting out and wreaking havoc. And they didn't cut to it, but I'm pretty sure Bruce Wayne smiled. And he probably had a heart on. Because now he can get back to work. Joker gonna get out and he gonna poison some more people. He gonna kill some more innocent civilians. Some more small business owners. He gonna put some laughing gas in their face. Batman is the one that's sick. Batman is the one that's a menace. Jonah, whatever the fuck. Daily Bugle was right. They're all menaces. Yeah, they're all menaces, bro. I know it's not the same world. But he was right. As a kid, I was like, he's a boomer. But as an adult, I get it, bro. They're all menaces. Think about it, bro. Think about it, bro. Just think about it, bro. They're all menaces, dog. Batman is just as bad as them. Like it's just a freak show, bro. None of them freaks would come out if Batman wasn't there. If Batman went away, them freaks would leave, dog.
I'm just laughing. This feels like this felt like the RNC in the fucking comic book universe.
The Republican National Convention.
It's like, y'all like this shit. People are fucking sick.
Makes me sick to my stomach. Make Gotham great again. Yeah. But yeah. Two-Face was right. Lockup was right. Two-Face's point was what? All of it's a flip of the head anyways. It's all crooked. Might as well even the odds 50-50 because the system's not rigged in your favor. Lockup's motivation was what? These people are evil people that need to be tortured for their evil acts. Let me punish those that need to be punished for their wicked ways.
Like, hey man, let me work.
It's working, bleeding liberal hearts.
No, but that's what that whole episode was. That was a good ass fucking series. Yeah, that whole episode was about ethics and shit.
Yeah, it's about ethics.
It was a good episode. All those episodes are just fucking good.
Found out I had none. Who'd have thought?
Because I was with it.
So yeah, I was with it. I said, "Oh, Batman a hater. He's a hater, bro."
I mean, when's the last time you saw Batman waterboard a motherfucker?
He needs to. He'd rather just like take people to the top of buildings and then drop them.
What's that gonna do?
Right, get answers.
But will you get respect?
He'll do all that, but he won't open up a job training company in Gotham so that people can get trade jobs. You know what I'm
there's
saying?
sort of like a comic series that was sort of like that, called Batman Incorporated.
It really is this real? Is this like about Bruce Wayne training the poor on how to get like high income jobs?
No, Batman Incorporated is he like I keep saying like Batman Incorporated is he opens up the branding of Batman and gets other people like involved. He turns into like a whole group of like vigilantes.
Cool.
It was before the New 52. It was gonna go for a little bit, and then it got fucked off in the whole reboot.
What does that mean? It got like canceled? What does that mean?
There was pretty much got canceled.
Oh damn!
Because the new they started the New 52. I think it was like I can't remember if it even lasted a year, but they started the New 52 and they just redid everything.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to read that. Are there any articles out or any comics out?
Of Batman Incorporated?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's old. Yeah. I think it came out in 2008. I might even be earlier than that. It was like 2016 or something like that.
Okay, I'm gonna check this out. Check that out online for sure. All right. Well, guys and girls, I hope you guys have a bomb ass weekend. You don't let Batman and his heinous villains break out and ruin your weekend. You know, if you're having a good weekend in Gotham, you know, because we do know Arkham is a revolving door. Because Bruce Wayne refuses to put money towards the wall and keep out the illegal villains that keep breaking out. But if you guys want to vote for that, just vote for that. You know,
fucking live.
If you guys want more of the same, just vote for that. If you guys are like Sleepy, what's his name? I was trying to remember what's Two-Face's real name. Sleepy Harvey Dent. Yeah, Sleepy Harvey Dent. If you guys want more of the same, just vote for Sleepy Harvey Dent. You know,
and remember, maintain your Second Amendment right.
Yeah, and make Gotham great again.
Yeah. By blowing a hole through a fucking villain.
By blowing a hole through a villain. Yeah, you ain't lying, bro. All right, well, this has been today's episode of It's Too Early for All That. Y'all have a great weekend. We're signing out.
Peace. Fucking losers.